So I wanted to make this video reaching out to those of you who are angry at God. And I wanted you to take a closer look at your situation and really think about whether or not you are mad at God or other things. We are all here to learn and grow and evolve as souls. And one of the reasons why we want to do this is because the challenges that we overcome make us gain virtues. We become more patient, more kind, more generous. We develop unconditional love for others. We develop love for ourselves. So throughout the process of these painful experiences and challenges that we're overcoming, we are gaining virtues in the process. And when we gain these virtues, we become a closer energetic match for the God energy itself. Why do we want to become a closer energetic match for the God energy itself? Power. When we do Reiki energy healing on ourselves and others in order to heal ourselves and others mentally, emotionally, physically, we have more gas in our tank because we're a closer match to the divine himself. So we're considered a higher soul that has more virtue. So we have more power behind our Reiki. We have more power manifestation capabilities. When we want for something, we get it. When we reach for something, it's there. Things just flow to us. We're able to manifest our soulmate, the perfect job, whatever. Our power manifestation, we're going to have the command of universal energies if we're a closer energetic match for the divine. So I made a video about this called The Meaning of Life. So I'll include a link to that video in the description box for this one. But there's a reason why we're here, and there's a reason why we have all of these challenges to overcome. It's because we're supposed to learn lessons from these challenges. So sometimes those lessons are hard learned, and it can cause us to feel like God is punishing us in some way, or the universe is just completely against us, when really we have more control than we think. We have more control over creating our reality than we think, because universal energies actually respond to our free will decisions. You have free will. But the question is, are you making decisions that are based in truth and going towards the light, or based in falsities and going towards the dark? No matter what you're deciding, the universe is responding to those decisions. So because you command universal energies with your free will, the divine is really interested in empowering you. He doesn't like the meek, dear God, please have mercy on my soul because I'm a victim, and, please don't judge me, and please forgive me. I have sinned, blah, blah, blah. I'm shameful. I'm so ashamed of myself. Like, he doesn't like that weak victim mentality. That's why my tagline is, we are all superheroes. He likes to boost everybody up and empower them and make us feel strong. So if we make free will decisions based in truth and go towards the light, universal energies respond to that, and we attract love, abundance, etc. onto our path. We're an energetic match for wonderful and amazing things, right? So be conscious of what types of decisions you're making. Are you being a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout about the truth? Because if you're going towards falsities and not embracing your truth, the truth, etc., you're letting go of God's hand. He's not letting go of your hand, you're letting go of his hand. So that's one thing I want you to ask yourself is, are your free will decisions based in truth? Because if they're not, the universe is going to respond to that, right? Now, how is the universe going to respond to that? Law of attraction. What signal are you broadcasting? Are your thoughts positive? Are your emotions positive? What energy are you broadcasting to the universe? That's what you're attracting to yourself. So, like I said, if you're making free will decisions that are aligned with falsities, you're attracting darkness to yourself, misfortune. Are you living in a place that you hate? That's the signal that you're broadcasting. You're not aligned with truth. The truth is you don't like where you live, so try to move. Do you despise your romantic partner? That's your truth. You need to leave them. Maybe you're staying with them because you don't want to be alone and you're afraid. Well, that's fear. That's the dark. The dark just won that decision, so you're still not aligned with truth. So you see what I mean? Every little decision you make, you're either aligned with truth or you're not. Believe it or not, suppose you do a favor for somebody that you really didn't want to. I fell into this. I did a favor for somebody that I really didn't want to do. Universe picked up on it. Oh, she's just doing it out of obligation. Because she thinks she should. And the universe picked up on it. I started, the favor was really, really difficult to carry out. And I was like a fish swimming upstream. Because I wasn't really being honest with myself. I wasn't being authentic. I was just doing it out of obligation, not because I wanted to. Wasn't coming from the heart. Wasn't coming from a real place, so I ended up attracting darkness to myself and hit a lot of obstacles in the process. So that's when you're in the flow of the universe, is when you're just going with the flow of love and life, and things are going your direction and you feel like a fish swimming with the current. So maybe you're blaming God for the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction can feel like God punishing you. It can feel like, the universe just attacking you and you're just getting hit in the face over and over again with all these waves. It can feel like God is punishing you. It can certainly look that way. So my heart goes out to you. But I want you to pay closer attention. This is meant to be empowering, by the way, just so you know. This video is meant to empower you. Your free will, universal energies respond to your decisions. Your universal energies, law of attraction, respond to your thoughts and your emotions that you're broadcasting. So keep them positive. Universal energies are also responding to whether or not you love yourself. And you know what? Do an experiment. On a day when you're feeling kind of low and very critical and you didn't get much done that day and you're feeling kind of ashamed of yourself and crappy, we all have those days. Pay close attention to how people are responding to you and how they're treating you. And then on a day when you're feeling really good about yourself and confident and just experiencing all this self-love, pay close attention to how people are treating you and how they're responding to you. It's going to be night and day. You'll notice a difference. It's because of the signal you're broadcasting to the universe. You're saying, I love myself, and so should you. Now, I've seen people literally get attacked by the universe who hate themselves. It's like the total opposite of self-love, where they just hate themselves. It's not even a critical inner voice. It's just, I hate myself. I can't stand myself. I despise myself. And then I've seen the universe turn on them and start attacking them because the signal they're broadcasting is, I hate myself, and so should you. See what I mean? So be very, very aware of what your beliefs and attitudes are towards yourself. Because then you become a magnet for crap. That's the best, I have to say. Truth is the first one because God is the truth. So going towards your truth in all areas of your life is the great way to turn things around for yourself. Second way to turn things around for yourself is just focus on self-love. Try to figure out how you can pamper yourself. Talk to yourself throughout the day. Self-complimenting. Changing beliefs and attitudes. Fall in love with your body. Stop looking in the mirror and criticizing, your shape, size, whatever. Pay close attention to that. So fall in love with yourself. Treat yourself well. Buy yourself some flowers. Treat yourself to a nice dinner, whatever. It's important and it matters. And so that's going to be really important. And then the other side of free will, this is where I want you to pay close attention to, because God gets blamed for this all the time. Other people's free will. I have a saying. There's nothing to fear but fear itself and other people's free will. Did you get slammed into by a drunk driver? Did your boyfriend or girlfriend break up with you in a really, really mean way? You're a victim of someone's free will. That's not God punishing you. Because a lot of people get mad and they say, where were you? How did you let this happen? Did a husband murder his wife? How did you let this happen? Where were you? Well, you were a victim of someone else's free will. And so that's where you go to God and you say, I know you saw this happen. I know you saw everything. I need you to help me. God, I need you to help me with this. I was the victim of someone's free will. I need you to pull me out of the mud and hose me off. And he will, and your angels will. That's their job. As long as you go towards the truth and the light, love towards yourself, love towards others, he'll help you. He'll help you recover from that situation no matter what it is. But this is another reason why it's so incredibly important to develop your intuition, right? Because it's also God's job to look at other people's free will. He sees the future. So it's also God's job to look at other people's free will and to say, your husband's going to kill you. Your husband's going to kill you. And you need to divorce him like right now. No, not until you've saved up enough money to leave him. You need to divorce him right now. Stop being so practical. Follow your gut. Follow your intuition. You feel nauseous every time you're around your husband for a reason. There's a reason your gut is bothering you. It's not the cheese on your pizza making your gut go crazy. It's your intuition, and there's intelligence behind that intuition. So listen to it and leave your husband right now or he's going to shoot you. And, so maybe God, came through to this wife through her gut. Maybe God came through to this wife through her friends. Her friends are saying, I got a really bad feeling about this. You need to leave him like ASAP. So this is why it's so important to develop your intuition, because it could save your life one day, right? Maybe you're, getting in the car to go somewhere and you're like, God, I got a really bad feeling about this. And then you change your mind and decide not to go. You never know what didn't happen. You never know what never happened, right? So, but you didn't, all you know is you didn't get in the car and, drive that day. So you possibly could have saved your own life. So that's why I'm saying it's like other people's free will, this is where your intuition is going to be really important to try to avoid those situations. And some situations, are supposed to happen, positive, negative, whatever, because we learn lessons from them. We learn and grow and evolve as souls from these things that things that we experience. So that's another thing, is God is going to take lemons and he's going to try to make lemonade from it. So no matter what bad things happen, he's going to try to pull some good out of it, try to pull some positive out of it. And he's showing me like a teacher, like an apple, these learning experiences. What kind of lessons can he pull out of it in order to help you with soul's growth and strengthen your connection to him? Another thing is that part of those lessons that we learn involve karma. So what if I beat somebody up, right? I have lessons to learn about respecting people and not injuring them and having compassion and consideration for others. There's a lot of lessons to be learned there, right? So I can sit there and say, oh God, please forgive me, have mercy on my soul, please don't judge me, blah, blah, blah. But, that's not really what it's about. My karma is out of balance with this individual now, and I just told God that I have lessons to learn. So it's not God punishing me. It's not God judging me. It's God teaching me and showing me what I did so that I learn from it and I grow and evolve as a soul. So it's all about personal growth and development. It could feel like God is punishing me. I mean, karmic balancing, I'm sure, feels like punishment because maybe, the guy that I beat up is placed in a position of power over me, or, we trade places or whatever. Karma can definitely feel like punishment, but that's really not the intent behind it. It's really meant for you to learn from so that you don't repeat that. And of course, like I said, it strengthens your divine connection. One of the things that I also wanted to bring up is in the Catholic religion, I'm a cafeteria Catholic. I go to church every Sunday, and sometimes it's difficult to listen to the Gospels. But, in the Catholic religion, it's like, Father, forgive me, for I have sinned against you. And, it's all about, this asking for God's forgiveness and have mercy on me. And it's literally like, if you're bad, you're going to hell. If you're good, you're going to heaven. And it's just all this fire and brimstone. And that's really not the case at all. And it's much more empowering than that. That's why my tagline is, we are all superheroes. Like, it's just a lot more empowering than that. So for those of you that are mad at God, afraid of God, just kind of mad at the world, feeling like you got a rotten lot in life, I want you to pay closer attention to the law of attraction, free will, and universal energies. And I want you to think, are these things happening because of my attitude towards myself, because of the decisions that I've made in life? Is the universe responding to me? Am I a victim of other people's free will? Should I be angry at free will as opposed to God? Because suppose you're the victim of someone's free will and God, quote, allowed that to happen, right? Like, where was God? Why didn't he stop it? How did God allow that to happen? Well, he does come through your intuition to prevent it, number one. But number two, he doesn't control us like puppets. We have free will. So that's where you would be angry at that individual for wronging you as opposed to God. But we do have free will. We do have free will. It's not, we're not controlled by anybody. We're not puppets. So we can, that's the thing, is maybe you're mad at other people's free will as opposed to God. So I just wanted to make this video trying to make you feel better and at least feel like you're in charge more and the universe is much more of a fair place than you realize. You know, they're watching. You know, when you think people aren't seeing the good things that you do or the amazing person that you are, the good deeds that you're doing, you know, if you think people don't see the bad things that happen to you, your angels and God saw it. They saw it all, you know, and they took notes. So there's the scales of justice associated with them. So the universe is much more fair than you think. It's just things might take a while to turn around for you because universal energies can sometimes move very slow. But I really implore you to take a closer look at your situation and think, am I really mad at God? Am I mad at myself? Am I mad at other mortals? Am I mad at, universal energies? Or, did you go towards truth? That's a really good question to ask yourself. Did you go towards truth? Were you leading your most authentic life to where you are holding God's hand and you are establishing a closer divine connection to him? Because I guarantee you, God loves you unconditionally. He wants only your highest good. And he is always in your corner holding your hand as long as you are holding his hand as well. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.